Hey there, Libra. I hope you guys are doing well. I want to go ahead and get into your reading for February 2021, okay? I'm going to do a Celtic cross here. Show me energy for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. February 2021. Show me the energy for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Energy for the month of February 2021. Show me energy for the sign of Libra. Libra, please. Show me energy for Libra, please. Show me energy for Libra. One more. All right, Libra. So the overall energy is the Knight of Pentacles here. So with this energy, Libra, this is really about perseverance, diligence in regard to what you want in your life. It's committing, being very available for the progression that you choose to go upon. You know, it's creating your own path and being very diligent with it. This can talk about promotions in work. It can also talk about just really dedicating yourself to what you want to endeavor in. Okay, so not a bad energy at all, but it's at a slower pace. It's at a slower pace so you can digest it, so it's not rushing out there. You know, this energy is very intentional. Okay, Libra. Okay, so what crosses it, or what the obstacle is the Two of Cups. So is this a situation, Libra, where you are trying to do the best for everybody involved? You know, this is more so an energy where we are in consideration of others. You know, how does our pursuing our direction potentially get in the way of others, or how does it contribute? How does it neglect? You know, how are these things a factor in regard to your connection, your loved ones, your love life, you know? And also, too, I want to say here in regard to work, just for some of you, to kind of make it, simplify it more, with this Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, are you really doing what you love? Like, are you really enjoying what you're involving yourself in here, Libra? That's what I'm feeling here too. It's like, you know, I threw out a couple of variables there, but as far as like, are you doing what you are passionate about? Are you doing what you absolutely love, you know? And if you aren't, maybe it's time for you to retrace those steps. Maybe it's time for you to re-engage in something, or engage in something that is better suited towards what you want. Okay, so at the root of this reading, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this can talk about jobs. This can talk about especially job situations where connectedness is of importance, goal setting is of importance, working on a cohesive team is of importance. This can also be in regard to a job situation, Libra. Is it taking out of your time and your connections? Is it taking out of your relationships? You know, is it, again, I kind of get this overall energy of what is best for all, what is for the greater good here, okay? And I feel like you're going to be putting yourself in that direction no matter. So let's go ahead and see what this past energy is. You have the Empress here. So this can talk about a mother of a child. This can talk about your own mother. If it's not communicating a maternal energy, then it is more so in regard to stability, your foundation. It's about feeling very good in yourself, feeling very abundant, and creating more abundance in your life. You know, this may also be coming from a second source of joy, or a second, okay, so that's a very weird way to do it. A second source of joy, or putting your energy towards a second source that can bring you joy as well. Okay, so hobbies that turn into something more than a hobby, things that you really enjoy and you love, and now it's time to bring them back here because there was some element of abundance, satisfaction, and feeling like it was right for you. Present energy, you have the moon. So with the moon, this energy is Piscean energy, Cancerian aspect as well, especially in regard to being a tarot reader and reading this energy. But with the moon here, it's almost as if you have a lack of clarity in regard to how you endeavor in your situation, how you progress and move forward. There's a lack of clarity and a lack of understanding. And that can simply be you don't know the outcome of what your next situation is going to lead you to. You don't... There's a progression here with all of this earth energy. This is also earth energy. Then you have water, earth, water. So it's foundation, it's foundations, the foundation of your life, the foundation of your finances. It is dealing with, okay, so Neptune then. Okay, so Neptune, Piscean ruler. So deception, and not deception like they lied to you, but things that appear deceptive, things that appear one way but maybe another, things that are not making sense but somehow do, being very guided to not look at things through rose-colored glasses, because as a healthy dose of practicality is more so what the situation calls for. If you're venturing into something that brings you joy, then maybe it's good to have those rose-colored glasses on. It's good to kind of enhance that to get the juices flowing for it. But in the long run here with this Knight of Pentacles, the decision is made to continue on a course, So, that course, I hope, is in alignment with your happiness. And if it's not, then this is the opportunity to make it so. The moon here, though, over at the present energy, it is one of confusion. It is one of stepping through a place and space that you're not certain about, because you don't get to see all of the aspects yet, because they haven't manifested. They haven't communicated, and manifested and congealed. They haven't formed yet. So speaking of moons, Libra, we all are going through, February 11th is a new moon coming in. So this is actually a beautiful time for you guys to really harness that energy, to manifest it as you choose, especially if you are dealing with situations regarding family, with situations that regard putting focus and emphasis on doing something that you love versus something that's become a routine or an arduous routine that, it pays the bills, but it's kind of an uncomfortable situation to be in, or there's no emotional growth with it, or you're just kind of like spinning your wheels. It feels like there's some sort of entrapment aspect here in regard to whatever it is that you're trying to let go of. And so make sure that you're incorporating things that you love. And if it doesn't do that, then seek that, But yeah, with this moon energy, this is a really good time, Libra, for you to really get on board with what you want. This is all about communication aspects, communication energy. It's really important to be very clear in the direction that you want to go in, okay? So start manifesting that, because then we have a full moon, I believe, on the 27th of February. It's interesting energy. And I do also believe that Mercury is actually going direct on February 20th. So things that are a little bit nebulous here, this Neptunian energy from Pisces slows down, it calms down. I know we're talking about Mercury, but you have this elemental water here, and it feels like it's deeply tied to emotions and longings and desires that need to be manifested to come forward. Okay, so forward, future energy, you have the Six of Swords. So great. So no matter which situation you may be in, you're utilizing your experience from this point forward, especially when it deals with situations that are emotionally and mentally taxing, that you're breaking away from that. You're finding a desired movement forward. And it feels good, Libra. It feels good. There's nothing wrong with that. This is about getting very clear and cutting the fat. I like this because it shows me that you're doing the work to let go of things, okay? Okay, your energy here in all of this, you have Judgment. So this is great energy for decision-making time. So do you want to stay in a job? Do you want to pursue something else? Do you want to pursue a relationship? It feels like that energy is all present here, okay? And it can be chopped up and varied for everybody, but some of you, you're doing great in your life and your job, but you don't have a relationship with you. You want that, you would want somebody that, expresses care, love, wisdom, the whole shebang. You know, it's really important for you. And maybe some of you don't have that. So it's like, how do you attain that? You know, this is about attaining now, Libra. And I feel it's important for you to be more so in tune with the feelings that you're trying to experience. Okay, so if you have kind of been deadlocked or disconnected from love relationships or having certain love in your life, then it's time to engage in that energy. And that doesn't necessarily mean it comes from an external source. Sometimes it will, and it feels like we're eventually going to attain that. But sometimes it can also talk about how we love ourselves, how we allow ourselves to love ourselves. You know, there's Libra can disconnect in a lot of ways, especially on emotional levels. It's like you guys are good at seeing certain things, but sometimes you can really detach from energy, especially if it's kind of hard to process and swallow. And that really makes it difficult with the moon, just because it's almost as if like now we have the hurdles, the added extra hurdles of the lights being off and we have to move forward here, you know? Like it's hard. Like you're just kind of holding like a, what are they called? A lighter, you know? And you're in a sea of blackness. Like, how do you navigate that? You can only see a foot before yourself, you know, so that can be very challenging for Libra as well. But what this is telling me is that you're moving forward and it's going to be good. Just be mindful of how you utilize your judgment here, okay? So good judgment is important for this. What's coming toward you? You have the Knight of Cups. So great. More water energy. And the water energy that's being presented in this reading is more relationship energy, which is nice. So this could be, you know, again, if you're already in a relationship, maybe a parental figure or somebody that is kind of, you know, a counterpart to something, then you have to be mindful of how your job affects your partner. Then here that is. It's being emotionally sensitive to the situation. It's being courageous, but also willing to admit, you know, the hardships along the way. You know, being more so in touch with your intuition, your feelings, you know, more so than anything. And for some of you, this is a emotional connection coming towards you. I'm going to clarify these cards, but there's an emotional connection and expression that can come forward here. The Knight of Cups is somebody that, you know, is loving, is warm, is engaging. They're very willing and wanting to communicate more about feelings, about emotions, about love, about potentials. You know, there's a kindness there. There's an empathy there. Sometimes they can be manipulating, but honestly, I'm not feeling that, Libra. With the Knight of Cups as well, I also want to say, especially in regard to, are you working in a situation that provides you with love? Like you love what you do, like, you know, you totally dig this, you know, if you are moving towards something like that, it's important that it offers you the opportunity to be more creative, okay? And also, too, for some of you, this may be a situation where, like, creative therapy, art therapy can also help move you along this process, because it can almost, in a way, get you better in tune with what you're feeling. Dear Lordy, this is an interesting reading. Okay, so go ahead and show me, or let me just pull it. Okay, so hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Wands. So needing to get a different perspective in things here, Libra. Have I been calling you Leo? I mean Libra. I'm sorry if I called you Leo. Getting a new perspective on things, you know, maybe realizing that what you were thinking, the opposition that you were thinking might be actually less than what you've made it. Or it could also be a situation where you need to express and exercise putting up a certain boundary in regard to how you're being treated or how you are being put upon. All of the things that are being asked of you. It's like, is this worth my energy anymore? All of these things and tasks that I need to do, is it in alignment with what I require? And I think that that's a really important thing here, Libra, because it all boils down to, what do I require? What do I require? What do I need? What are my must-haves? You know, what are my emotional expressions that I need as a human being that I'm not getting? You know, what are the things that I'm kind of being slided on here, you know? And you have to be at the helm of your ship. Like, you're the one that steers this fucker. All right, outcome energy, you have the Sun. Best fucking card in the deck, seriously. So this is positivity going forward in the direction that you are meant to go in. It's all by your own design, which I think is even better, just because it almost feels like it almost feels like you have a say in it, which I love. I'm a Pisces. I am all over this fucking place. Like, you know, and oftentimes my experiences don't feel like I have a say in them. They just, again, it's back to this Neptunian energy. It's just kind of this vast, nebulous, confusing, deceptive, beautiful, luscious, delicious energy that, you know, draws you there, but then it just keeps you there. And it's like, why am I even here? You know, which I can definitely see with this Knight of Pentacles, especially if you've been in a job connection for a long time that pays well, or it provides for you, it provides potentially for your family, or, you know, your life, however you slice it. But overall, is it something that provides you that lusciousness, that delectable aspect of your life, that thing that you want to experience? Is it just, you know, mindless? So, I mean, I really don't feel like we need to clarify anything. It feels like this is really damn straightforward, but I will clarify. Okay. What's at the bottom of the deck? You have the Nine of Cups. I mean, Jesus, does it get any better? The Nine of Cups is all about new opportunities, new promotions, new situations and jobs, new connections, new potential romances, feelings that you may have not felt in the past, but now you're experiencing them and everything's highlighted and lovely. I mean, this is probably the nicest reading I think I've done so far, to be quite honest with you, this time around. Okay, Libra? Show me for Libra. Clarify. I don't know if I'm going to clarify every single card, you guys. Maybe a couple. I think I told you in the beginning of this reading, but I have a rib out and I've got a cervical impingement going on. So, like, it literally feels like fucking searing poker in my shoulder and in my neck, like, all the time. And shuffling is not friendly for that, or it's not, it doesn't help it. Okay. All right. Okay. Show me the Knight of Pentacles here. Okay. So you have the Two of Cups coming out in reverse with Judgment at the bottom of the deck here. So what does, if you are in a situation involving another person, where is there tension? Is there tension around your job? Is there tension around the responsibilities and requirements that you're involved and engaged in? Is it something that removes you from your partner? So it's like it's taking up your time. You're not having enough time with them. I'm honestly not seeing this as like catastrophic, Libra. I'm feeling this as more, you know, it's not getting what you want. And also for those of you who are not in a relationship, but you're spending a lot of time working and, you know, providing for yourself and making your life, you know, livable, it feels like we may want to work on love. We may want to start moving in that direction. It feels like that's an important piece here, okay? Bottom of the deck, Judgment. So utilize your best judgment in regard to how and where you want to go. Show me this Two of Cups here for Libra. So Libra, you have the Knight of Cups and you have the Hangman here. So some of you, you're delaying an opportunity to connect with people. You're putting yourself on the shelf. And I feel like that's fine if that's your intention, but why not open yourself up? I know we're in a pandemic and I am never going to try and say that, like, oh, go out and date and go out and make out with people. I would never do that just because I think it's absolutely irresponsible. I see so many people out there right now, like, literally spreading disease. Bunch of disease spreaders. Disease spreaders. Anyways, I don't think that that's a good thing for you, but you know, also some of you, it's like you're putting yourself back on the shelf, or like you're delaying that love process. Some of you are, if you're not in relationships, but you want to be. It's like you're in a certain way, you've kind of intentionally delayed this. And I feel that that's okay, but get a better perspective on what you need. Get a better perspective on what you want here. You've got the Knight of Cups coming out in this reading twice, Libra, okay? It really gives you the opportunity to have expressive communication with a person, or when you do meet the right person, it's very warm, it's very engaging, it's very ripe and kind. I like that energy, okay? Not bad at all. You could also be giving to a Pisces here as well. You have both Pisces cards. You got the Moon, you have the Hangman, you got the Knight of Cups here twice. Piscean, Cancerian energy, Pisces. That also may be somebody that you might be considering to connect with here, a Piscean person. Okay. Show me the Three of Pentacles for Libra, please. Okay. Okay. It can't just be one. So you have, you've got the Six of Cups, you have the Fool, you have the fucking Chariot, and you have the Nine of Pentacles here. So again, it's this kind of like inner conflict energy that I'm feeling here regarding you keeping yourself away, you know, and some of you may be feeling like you need to get better, better financially set before you venture into a relationship. So you might just want to test the waters. I would say just keep yourself open and test the waters if you want to date here, because it feels like it's an okay time to do that. I would, again, suggest online dating. Get to know somebody, you know, that's the whole point. Just get to know them. If they're willing to communicate online, then great. You know, if they don't, just out of there. Now, for some of you, this is literally dealing with a situation or person from your past that you may want to re-engage in. Some of you, this is something where it's like, I know that we're going back and forth on different variables, but I have to tell you what I feel in regard to certain things. And it's not going to be for every single person, but it will be for somebody. That's why I say them. So some of you, this is wanting a beginning or a new energy with somebody from your past that you may have had a fair amount of love with, or there was some sort of aspect here of true love that kind of got, I don't know if like priority took precedence over that, but somehow it kind of didn't go in that direction for some of you, not all of you. Here it's like we want to re-engage with that energy and we want to move forward with that. It's a direct desire, it's a direct passion here, but then it's like we have this Nine of Pentacles. So if the Nine of Pentacles is you and your action in this situation, Libra, it's like we have the desire here, but then we keep ourselves on the shelf again. Now, if this is your desire to move forward with somebody, you also may wonder if they are going to keep themselves single. This is a singles card. It's somebody who's basically feeling really good about where they are in their lives. They feel really good about how they're expressing and experiencing and basically taking care of themselves. And so it's like if you've been in a separation and want to re-engage with somebody that you genuinely loved or they loved you, it's like timing. It's like wanting to figure out the timing of it. There may be conflict between the two of you if that is the case, okay? Because we are also talking about the Three of Pentacles here, or the Six of Swords. What are we talking about? I don't know anymore. I think we're talking about the Three of Pentacles now, right? What the fuck happened? Let's just go to the Three of Pentacles. I feel like that's where we were going. Show me the Three of Pence. Five of Swords. So difficulty engaging with people, difficulties in communication styles. This can be somebody who's very detached. It can also be somebody who micromanages micromanages situations to death. Somebody who's very kind of, I want to say, elusively cutting in the way that they speak. That may have been a barrier in between the two of you. I feel like I don't want to clarify a lot of this. I mean, I really feel the gist of this message was in the beginning energy of this. I don't feel like I need to. Show me the Moon. The Empress here. So this is about feeling good in yourself. It's about self-care, experiencing abundance in your life, being that abundant energy for others. It's a really good energy, very powerful Taurian energy, very grounded. With the Moon here, though, if you are moving towards a new position, I feel like work-wise, it leads you to a fair amount of abundance. There's a lot of abundance that can come with this. I really do feel that, you guys. I don't know, honestly. I'm going to clarify the Knight of Cups here, but I don't really think there's much to clarify here. Show me the Knight of Cups. Yeah, I mean, the Ten of Pentacles here and the Star at the bottom of the deck. You know, if you are being guided towards relationships, then take heed and listen to that direction or directive, just because it's presenting itself to you in a way that is very harmonious here. It gives you a lot of opportunity to make yourself available to it. But, you know, I want to say, because this may not be you, but if it is you, this Five of Swords, be mindful in moving forward in whichever direction it is with work or with new relationships. Be mindful of your communication styles. This whole reading is about communication, communicating in regard to manifestation and what you want in your life and really making that happen. Communicating to yourself what you need in your life, what you require. You know, if you're unhappy in your work, like where are you needing to pull back so that you can introduce some sort of happiness? Or is it something that you need to scrap and go into a completely different direction? There's so many different questions in this reading, Libra, but it feels here like you get to experience something really good. And again, just kind of be mindful of, this isn't a lot, but it can grate on people. It can grate on yourself. Like the Five of Swords, it's all about communication styles, man. Like, are you, this is somebody that they may win the battle, but they don't win the war. They fight at all costs for, you know, piddly tiddly, like nothing really important here. It's just somebody that needs to be right. They need to, it's a very egocentric energy, and it's not a good look. It's not healthy. So if this is something, it's kind of a, what are they called? Not narcissist energy, but somebody who's just kind of, they're cold. They're detached and cold. You can be detached and cold, Libra. Either way, if communication styles are getting in the way of your relationships, change them, look into them, do the work, change it. I dated a Libra, and our connection was, it was interesting for sure, but like he knew how to disconnect like nobody else. And when he did that, I literally felt like I was in a vacuum. Like I didn't even know where I was. Like it was black, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Where am I? You know, it's like going through the midnight with your little lighter. That's how I felt in that relationship a lot of the time. And it was just a very cold, detached energy. You know, if you're getting involved with a water sign, Libra, they don't do well with that. They don't handle that very well. They need somebody who's emotionally present and on board at all times. They need to be coddled. They need to be cared about. It's not that they're a wuss or like they can't handle life. Water signs get thrown so much adversity, and because they're water energies, they can swim through it. You know, water signs are some of the most intelligent. I mean, all signs are intelligent, but like emotionally intelligent, they are there for that. You know, it's part of what they thrive on. It's food for them, but it's also detrimental sometimes. And if you detach, if you're a very detached person, or if you find that you know, can neglect people, they're not the right sign for you. So just be conscious of that. I'm going to go ahead and get a card here. Show me for Libra. Let me shuffle it. Show me for Libra. Or show me for Libra, please. Retreat and flirt. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Retreat. So I feel like these are the opportunities, or like the options for you. Okay. I feel like some of you are, again, putting yourself on the shelf, and there's a reason for that. I don't know what that reason is, but I trust that you do. And so you will make a good decision in regard to that. It's time to disconnect from the world. You know, it also could be time to disconnect from a job. Retreat, take your energy back, okay? But then we have the opposite here is flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. You know, you guys, if you really want to energize into a potential relationship, I don't feel like this is a bad time to do it in. You know, I know it's a pandemic, and I would never suggest, like I said earlier, like you guys go out in person and, you know, swap spit. But like, online date, you know, get to know a person, get to connect with somebody emotionally. You know, we have the time. We have the time, you know, so it can lead to a lot here. It can lead to a lot of really good energy. A lot of really good energy, okay? Give me the sun. For Libra, show me the sun. World at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups here. So whatever stagnation you're in, Libra, if you're hesitant, I would say just kind of bite that donkey in the ass and move forward. It's important that you go, okay, that you move forward in a pursuit here. And it feels like if love is on your mind, or if you are not wanting love, if you want a new job, then it feels like there's an opportunity for that to come through very clearly here. I don't feel that there's going to be a lot of adversity in regard to it other than what you contribute to it. And it leads you to new friendships, new connections, new people who we can call loves, you know, not just lovers, but loves. We love them, you know, so very good energy here. Let me get some advice for you. Please show me advice for Libra. Advice for Libra, please. Yeah, man. So we will read the tulips. Flowers, I'm sorry, the flowers. The flowers, Beauty and a happy face is what I bring. I am the gift that warms your heart. I am your recovery and your well-being. No matter what card is before me, I will always change it positively. What is it like when someone gives you a gift? This card is the fragrant smell of joy and happiness, a show of appreciation that could be on its way. The image here of a bouquet of pink tulips speaks the language of flowers. In the Victorian era, flowers were used as a medium of communication. They became the code of lovers, a perfect way to covertly express love, passion, and appreciation. Long before the Victorian period, the highly valued tulip was considered so desirable, it induced a phenomenon known as tulip mania. Thus, the presence of this card signifies a valuable gift that is to be given or received. That the label here contains the name of the deck. You can read that if you want to. And you can read that if you want to. I'm not going to continue there. You get the gist, okay? So, connection, emotional exchange, positivity. I mean, this reading is almost diabetic here at this point with how much sugar is going on. So, I don't know. You guys know I don't give fluffy, puffy readings, but whomever this is for, good on you. Just open yourself up, allow things to happen, allow yourself to experience change. And if you continually find yourself backtracking, putting yourself on the shelf, whether it be pursuing a new job, pursuing a new experience in life, or pursuing a new person, it's okay. Take yourself off the shelf. Like, now's your time to shine, Libra. Now's the time to manifest this and make more out of your life. So I hope you enjoy. Let go of control issues, and just enjoy, flirt, be happy, express yourself. If you found this helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you choose to donate, there's a link in my description box. I'm not doing personal readings at this time just because of my injury. It's just too much right now. So I will figure out when I'm going to do that again, and I will let you guys know. All right, take care. Bye, Libra.